Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in this one we're going to be talking about the best city in Assassin's Creed, as in the entire franchise, all the main games, none of the side ones, because I feel as if they haven't been represented on the same scale as the main ones, so it'd be unfair to put them on the same list. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through some really good cities, and at the end I'm going to share my thoughts on why I think my favourite city is my favourite city. So let's get started. So first up, we have Havana. So Havana in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag was very unique because it was so vibrant and colourful, even on the buildings. Everything just seemed to be convenient. Parkour was convenient. Sometimes the buildings were quite spaced, but you could always find a way around it. So there was never a problem with parkour in this city, and I found it fun to explore and get all the collectibles and stuff, though after a while it did get boring. However, I did enjoy it because all those collectibles are fun to get, especially since, since it's quite a strange city by comparison to others because of all the colours and everything like that. So, since it's a different type of architecture, because it's Spanish architecture, this is how Assassin's Creed would look had it been set in Spain at some point. So, this is something that we could be seeing similar style to in the movie. However, I do think that Havana is definitely a good city because of how beautiful it is and how great it looks, especially in broad daylight because of all the colours. It's bright, but it's not stupid Unity bright. So, in my opinion, I think Havana is a great city and the best in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. But next up, we have Venice from Assassin's Creed 2. Venice from Assassin's Creed 2 was a gorgeous city, especially at night and during the carnival bits, because the carnival bits were so vibrant, all the fireworks going off, the people like spitting fire in the air, the harlequins, just it came to life. It really did. It shone, it came to life. That's so beautiful. Everything looked great. It might have been a bit boring in the day sometimes, but it looked great at night, and it was fun to explore and see everything going on because Venice was definitely a great city. And I think that it was definitely a good place to play as an assassin and do parkour stuff because the landmarks were interesting, everything was quite nice, it just seemed to go quite well. All the lamps, the fact that it's a water-based city where there's loads of water and rivers and etc., because it's slowly flooding upwards, so you know, it was just one of those places where I thought, this is very unique, it's very vibrant at night, and this carnival thing is just great. So I thought, yeah, this is definitely a good city. So yeah, Venice is definitely on the list as one of the best cities in Assassin's Creed ever. So moving on to the next city, which is Damascus from Assassin's Creed 1, the original Assassin's Creed. Damascus is the first city you get to explore in the open world in Assassin's Creed 1. You get to explore, it's the first city to explore once you leave Masyaf to start with, and it's just one of those really nostalgic cities, not necessarily for landmarks or anything, just because it's the first city you go into, and the music and that cliff outside on the city where you can just outside the city walls where you can just throw people off all day, that never got old. So I just thought that Damascus is definitely a great city purely for the reason of nostalgia more than anything else. However, it definitely had its good traits, and that was definitely one of them, nostalgia. Next up, we have a similar city, Florence from 82. Similar in nostalgia, in other ways not so much. Florence was a very interesting city, quite unique. Nothing like Venice, but nothing like anything else. It was gorgeous, the landmarks were intriguing, everything looked amazing. It was just, you know, so fun to explore and play as an assassin because it was one of those places that was just intriguing from the start because you were in there and it was quite nice. And I thought that Florence was a great credit to Assassin's Creed 2 and was probably the best city in Assassin's Creed 2 because it's when Ezio's from, and it's where a lot of the game takes place, and a DLC takes place there as well. And I thought that Florence was a good city. Next up, we have Rome from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Now, Rome in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood wasn't necessarily great for being a city per se, because a lot of it wasn't actually in the city and were more ruins. However, those ruins were intriguing, there were plenty of landmarks that made up for it. There was enough to do research on, enough to look at, enough to collect. It was pretty big. It was a big place. There was the city part, there were the ruins part, and I thought that the city part was good. It was very convenient for parkour. It was had some nice landmarks like the Colosseum, for example, which is out in the ruin area, and I thought even though it was inconvenient for parkour in a lot of areas, I thought that it was a decent city. However, it did feel like a major field at times, so I wouldn't rank it as a city as much as a location, but I can't deny that I enjoyed playing in Rome as a place. So yeah, Rome was good. It was one of those places that it's unique because it had all the landmarks and it was plenty of light grass as well, and it wasn't all in the city, it was more in the ruins as well. So I felt as if that, with all the missions and all the side missions and all the collectibles, was a fun city to explore and play in. Next up we have London from Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So London in Assassin's Creed Syndicate was a very interesting city. There were poor districts, rich districts, there were factories, there were children working in factories. It was very fun to see all these different things in the game. It was very fun to see a very diverse city. It was very different. It was very advanced by comparison to any other city we'd played in because it had carriages, it had machines, it had stuff like that. It had like advanced AI in the city, like characters doing stuff, well, NPCs. And I thought it was a beautiful city as well, and had great landmarks such as Big Ben and Westminster, Parliament, sorry, in Westminster. So yeah, that's what I think about London. But what's the best game? Now, in my opinion, the best one is Florence from Assassin's Creed 2, because besides from nostalgia, it was a beautiful city with full of landmarks, and it had a great story behind it and a lot of great missions in it, as well as a lot of fun doing all the stuff that was there, as well as collecting feathers. Who the fuck doesn't like collecting feathers? But anyway guys, thanks for watching this video, hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and like, subscribe, share, comment, tell me what you think about this, and I will see you all in the next one with another video. So subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. So yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to go ahead and check out these similar videos made by my friends James and George. They're actually related, so go ahead and check them out and subscribe to their channels, it'd be cool.